any system which has been thus far anywhere adopted. The day is not far distant when 3 tracks will be found necessary to accommodate the commerce and travel that'll seek transit across this continent. Freight will travel in only one direction on each track, and at rates of speed that'll answer the demands of cheapness and time. Cars and engines will be light or heavy, according to the speed required and the weight to be transported. In conclusion, I will add that we hope to do ultimately what is now impossible on long lines. Transport coarse, heavy, cheap products, all distances at living rates to the trade. I thank you.
Thank you, Governor Stanford, for your astute and timely remarks. Quite frankly, I didn't understand half of what he said, or hitherto, whatever. But I did understand one thing. He's predicting 3 transcontinental railroads.
Let's finish this one first.
We haven't got this one finished yet, and he's predicting 3. What a visionary. Now, we regret that Dr. Durant of the Union Pacific has retired to his car. He's suffering from an acute and I suspect self-inflicted headache and will be unable to talk to us at this time. So in his absence, and the absence of the president of the Pacific Railroad, Mr. Oliver Hames, I've asked General Grenville Dodge, a Civil War hero and chief engineer of the Union Pacific, to represent his railroad with a few remarks. General Dodge.
Gentlemen and ladies in this instance, the great Senator Thomas Hart Benson proposed that someday a giant statue of Columbus should be built on the highest peak of the Rocky Mountains, pointing westward. Denoting this as the great route across the continent. You have made that prophecy today a fact. This is the way to India.
Thank you, General Dodge, for your very brief remarks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've almost reached that moment for which you and the nation have been waiting, the driving of the last spike.
Well, let's get on.
Governor Stanford, we're right on time. Just have patience, sir. But first, Mr. L.W. Cole, president of the Pacific Union Express Company, will make a final presentation in the form of a silver-plated spike mall. Then Governor Stanford and Dr. Durant will use that maul to ceremoniously tap the spikes in place. Mr. Cole.
Well, I better make this fast so while Dr. Durant can still stand. Railroad officials, and especially my friends at the Central Pacific Railroad who have supported the Pacific Union Express Company, honored guests and friends, it is the privilege of the officers and workers of the Pacific Union Express Company to express their appreciation of your enterprise and express this silver hammer expressly for this occasion.
Very well
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, be honest. How many of you thought we were going to drive those spikes into the... be honest. Just a couple of you. That's good. That's good. Good job. Yeah, if we were to drive a gold spike into a tie and have a gold medallion. So it didn't happen. It happened just the way we showed. Now what happened, historically what happened now, is they removed the spikes from the tie and gave them back to the people who brought them. Then they removed the ceremonial tie, and in its place was placed a common ordinary pine tie. So the actual last spike, as Ranger Chuck explained earlier, was a common ordinary iron spike driven by a common ordinary spike maul. And Dr. Durant and Governor Stanford will now drive the last spike. And ladies and gentlemen, that moment has arrived. Mr. Schilling reports that Boston and New Orleans have wired. They're ready and waiting. Indeed, throughout the length and breadth of the nation, east and west, north and south, everybody is waiting for the final conclusion of this enterprise. When Mr. Schilling gives a signal over the wire that the last spike has been driven, bells and whistles will sound across the nation. In San Francisco and many other cities, the fire alarms will ring, and a cannon will be fired electrically in salute at Fort Point. And I'm also told that in Philadelphia, the Liberty Bell will ring again. Of course. So the Liberty Bell. Dr. Durant, Governor Stanford, are you gentlemen ready?
Yes, all right, we're ready.
Let's do this.
Bulletin. All ready now. 12:40 p.m. Dr. Durant has adjusted the spike. The spike will soon be driven. The signal will be 3 dots for the commencement of the blows.
Finish this railroad, gentlemen.
Finish him up now.
Start.
All right.
Finish this right to the side of it. You didn't miss it.
Let's see if you can do any better there,
I'm not sure I can do much better.
Doctor, can you even see it?
Well, of course.
Sir, hit the one in the middle, please. Let's get a railroad man up here.
Bulletin, promontory to the country. D-O-N-E, down!
Ladies and gentlemen, henceforth, there is one Pacific Railroad of the United States of America.
Promontory to President Ulysses Grant, Washington, D.C., and Associated Press, East and West. Promontory Summit, Utah Territory, May 10th, 1869, 12 p.m. Mr. President, the last rail is laid. The last spike is driven. The Pacific Railroad is complete to a junction 1,086 miles west of the Missouri River and 690 miles east of Sacramento City. Signed, Leland Stanford, President, Central Pacific Railroad. Sidney Dillon, John Dow, Thomas Durant, Union Pacific Railroad.
All right, everyone, let's give 3 cheers for the Union Pacific Railroad. Hip, hip,
Hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Well done, Governor.
Doctor, we can do better than that.
Sure we can. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's give 3 cheers for the Central Pacific.
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Central Pacific.
At that moment, one era ended and another began. The Golden Spike became a symbol of hope for a better way of life, with new challenges yet to be conquered. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for being with us today, and have a safe journey wherever you might go. Might give you a little railroad trivia here. You heard the telegrapher say we are 1,086 miles west of the Missouri River, 690 miles east of Sacramento. If you add those two together, you get 1776. All right, we'd like you to give a special hand to the people we railroaded out of the audience to help us. Give them a hand.
Hey!
The rest of us are all volunteers. volunteers. We come out every day during the summer months from May till right now. This is the last reenactment, and we don't get paid for it, and we're told that we're worth every penny. Now, we're going to have the whole cast stand over here by the 119 so that you can take some pictures of the cast as a group. After everybody's had a chance to do that, if you'd like to come up and be in the picture with us, you're welcome to do that. Thank you very much for being here.
All right, you want to get your picture taken?
Look at the turn into a nice day.
Okay.
I'm getting warm. I'm wearing black, but
Where'd Maddie go? Can you hold my camera and we'll go up and get in the picture? Because it's just on video right now. It's filming, so.
Oh.
Come on, let's go up and get in the picture.